it affects you and I. My name is Chioma Innocent. During the course of the conversation, I would want to know your name, and so the phone lines will be open so that you can contribute to what we will be talking about today. Today, we'll be going to Ogun State to discuss a very chaotic debacle that happened between the students of Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, that is Mapoly, and the deputy governor of the state, Mrs. Noimot Salako Oyedele. Now, the Ogun State government, we could say the Ogun State government because the deputy governor is, of course, part of the Ogun State government, and students of Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, and over an alleged attack by the students on the state deputy governor, Mrs. Noimot Salako. Meanwhile, on the other hand, the students are alleging that the deputy governor's security detail fired shots at them during the confrontation. That is to say, they were approaching the deputy governor's security detail, they were approaching a convoy, and the security people around her started shooting at the students, which was the reason why it seemed that they tried to attack or to mob the convoy. So it's looking like a blame game, and the students blaming the deputy governor or blaming the government, while the government is blaming the students for the attack. But no matter what it is, the fact remains that an attack occurred, and today we're not just here to talk about the attack in a very removed manner. We'll actually be talking to some of those who are involved in this. I will be talking to the police PRO of the Ogun State Police Command, SP Omolola Odutola, and also the NANS clerk representing all the tertiary institutions in Ogun State. So stay tuned. This is Matters right here on Voice of People 90.3 FM. My name is Chioma Innocent, and I would want to hear from you as the program progresses. But right now I want to talk about this attack. If you're a student of Mapoly, or you know anyone who's a student of Mapoly, you know about the situation, tell them to listen to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We're here to give them a voice. We're here to let them tell us so that Nigerians can understand what really happened between the students and the deputy governor yesterday. So the students were protesting because of a particular issue. Like I said, we'll be talking to the NANS clerk, who is a representative of of all the tertiary institutions in Ogun State. So he can tell us why the students were protesting and blocking the roads in the first place. From what I gathered before coming on air, it happened that deputy governor was not even going towards the school. She was just passing by the protesting students, going for a different function. I think it was the Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration. And when the students realized that, oh, the deputy governor is coming, and they decided to just go around the vehicle and then try to get the deputy governor to talk to them before this whole incident happened. So I will be calling the police PRO of Ogun State, SP Omolola Odutola, so that she can tell us how the police were able to diffuse the situation, what really led to it, what really happened. Did the security detail attached to the deputy governor attack the students? Did they fire at the students? And is that the reason why the students mobbed the vehicle? All right, so this is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. This is what we'll be talking about for today. Hello and welcome to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Am I speaking with SP Omolola Odutola, Police PRO of Ogun State Police Command?
No, you're speaking with PSP Omolola Odutola, the Police Public Relations Officer.
Thank you so much, CSP. It's a great privilege and an honor to have you here. Thank you for agreeing to speak with us on very short notice. We appreciate you.
Yes, you're most welcome.
Thank you so much. All right. Now, this is the Lagos is listening. Nigeria is listening. We're also streaming live on YouTube. This is Voice of People 90.3 FM. My name is Chioma Innocent, and I want to talk about the chaotic situation that happened between students of the Moshood Abiola Polytechnic in Ogun State and the deputy governor's convoy yesterday while the students were protesting. Now, according to a report this morning, the students were alleging that the security details attached the deputy governor fired shots at them during the confrontation, and that was the reason why it looked as if they mobbed the vehicle. As the police PRO, I want you to give us the security update on the situation. From what I gathered, the deputy governor had to turn around and she could not proceed to the event she was trying to attend before she ran into those students who were protesting. So let's hear from you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for having me on today's program.
Thank you so much for coming.
I want to appreciate the audience at home. Yesterday was the 15th of February 2024. We received we were informed that the deputy governor was sent to represent a principal, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of the state, as a function somewhere in 35 Artillery in Alamala. So while on her way to the venue, somewhere at around Opik roundabout, they were confronted with a traffic situation. So one of the pilots of the vehicle got down to check in front what the traffic was. He used the radio to speak to the people inside the vehicle and told them that they saw some people protesting, but they couldn't say exactly who they were. So they made a turn around and went back to the residence of that is the house of the deputy governor. So, but it's like when those people saw that they did not make use of that particular way, they also turned around and followed them. Don't forget that while this was happening, they didn't know if they were students or not. They just cited a protest ahead of them. So they saw the protesters holding sticks, and Her Excellency made a U-turn and went back to her residence. But to her dismay, she later saw her security convoy. They saw that they had damaged her vehicle, that is her spare vehicle, the Allege 570, a bus, and another patrol Magnus pickup that was ahead of them, and the windscreen too was shattered. We also saw pictorial evidences. We have tried to also ask on further inquiry, but there was no gun. There were no gunshots. Of course, we know who the deputy governor is. Well, we know that sometimes we have some security personnel following them, and you know that whatever gunfire to the commensurate. These were protesters, but they had sticks with them. So there was no gunshot. There was no reason to warrant firing. And at the end of the day, the deputy governor still proceeded to her event, her function, using another route. I have seen some of the videos. I saw some video. I didn't hear any sign of gunshot. But all I was hearing was somebody at the background trying to use a voice over to speak or to talk. But if there are more videos, please, I would like to ask that they forward the videos to us. Maybe we can hear where the gunfire was. There was no gunfire.
All right. The chairman of the National Association of Nigerian Students in Ogun State, Francis Adeoju, spoke to the Punch newspapers and accused the deputy governor's security team of firing shots at the protesting students. And you said that has not happened. He alleged that they shot at the students 3 times, and that is why by today the marathon protest will continue. If the police is saying that no shots were fired at the students, then are you saying that this was fabricated, maybe to push public sentiment to the side of the students?
Every fight will be treated on its own merit. Like we always say, every fight will be treated on its own merit. We will be expecting the protesters to come and show us other evidences. From what we have been able to gather so far, we didn't see any gunfire, we didn't see any gunshots.
All right. Have you heard anything from the school? Have you heard anything from the protesting students? Have you heard anything from the NANS president in that state?
The way you're talking about protests, what are these protests for? You know, for every protest should be peaceful. You know, and when you're making some peaceful protest, you can hold placards. You can hold a write-up trying to inform your agitations. You're trying to make people understand what the agitations are. So it was later we discovered that there are people from Mapoly. So what are these agitations? What are their grievances? Sometimes it's always better to pass your grievances through the appropriate channels. And forget the road that they were on yesterday is not only Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor, that was going to fly on that road. And when you are going to be on the road, she has an office. Even the governor himself has an office. They have SSAs, and also the police officers were here. Or if they were going to stage a protest, they could route it through the office of the Commissioner of Police, and it would be a very peaceful protest. But we heard and I saw the pictures of the damage done to the vehicle of Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor. So the point I'm trying to make is that let us not always deploy violent means when we're looking for something that is legitimate. So let us know what their legitimate grievances are. Then it can now be channeled to the appropriate authorities, but not going to stop or trying to attack the convoy of the Deputy Governor. That might not probably accede to their request. So let us know what the grievances are, and we can start taking it step by step in answering to their request.
That is to say that the police was not aware, not just the security detail of the Deputy Governor. Now, the police in Ogun State was not aware that the students will be holding a protest that yesterday. Yesterday was the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. For you to come up with any kind of protest, you have to write officially to the office of the Commissioner of Police. So that came up as a surprise to us, because we're all trying to honor our fallen heroes as at yesterday. And the arcade ground, the state arcade, was where most of the important dignitaries were yesterday. So the point I'm trying to make is that before any protest can come up, you must have at least the police trying to lead or guide you. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, to prevent the breakdown of law and order.
You must have police officers on leave to have a peaceful protest. We have seen the videos. We didn't see where the police was giving them. Even they themselves needed to be protected. So the police officers also have the duty to protect the protesters, especially when their protest is peaceful. You understand what I'm trying to say? So please, this is a medium, this is an avenue to speak to our young minds, not to take laws into their hands. The Office of the Public Relations Officer is open. If you are going to have a protest yesterday, you have informed the police that they have granted you or given you officers, police officers, who would also lead you to protect your own life, so that we don't want hoodlums hijacking any sort of protest in the state. So this is the position.
All right. Are you with me, CSP?
Am I working?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I thought I'd lost you there for a moment. Just before you go, has the police been able to identify the leaders of that protest and then trying to talk to them about the situation to make sure that it does not happen again, since the students are insisting that the protest will continue? Well,
this Ogun State is a relatively calm state. And like I said, every fact will be decided on merit. Investigation is ongoing. We'll try and watch the videos again, and we'll try and make further contact with the school, and we'll see if we are going to be able to come up with further details on that. So that is all I will say about this now.
TSP, I must thank you so much for speaking with me right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We know we reached out to you on very short notice, but we appreciate your time, we appreciate your presence, we appreciate your input. Thank you so much, and do have an amazing day.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye for now.
Thank you very much. And bye for now. We've just spoken with CSP Omolola Odutala. She is the Police Public Relations Officer of the Ogun State Police Command on the incident that happened yesterday between the Deputy Governor's convoy and protesting students of the Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, whereby the students are alleging that the security detail of the Deputy Governor fired shots at them, and that is the reason why they went on a rampage, and this was while they were protesting. Next up, we'll be speaking with Comrade Uthman. Now, Comrade Uthman is the Nigerian Association. National Association of Nigerian Students Clerk, representing Ogun State, representing all the tertiary institutions in Ogun State, and he will be giving us the students' account of the situation that happened there yesterday. Hello there, Comrade Uthman. Welcome to Voice of the People 90.3 FM.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. I'm on to Comrade Uthman, right?
Yes, of course.
Thank you so much. My name is Chioma Innocent, and all of Lagos is listening to you right now on Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and we've spoken before. It's about the situation between the students of Moshood Abiola Polytechnic yesterday and the convoy of the Deputy Governor. Now, first up, I want to begin from the genesis of the situation. The students were out on the street protesting, and the reports is that they're protesting due to an alleged hike in tuition fees and a delay in mobilizing the graduates for the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC. So I want to hear from you on that situation before we move on to what happened between the Deputy Governor and the students.
Yeah, good afternoon, Nigerian. Good afternoon. I am Senator Comrade Allege Usman, the clerk of the Senate, National Association of Nigerian Students, National Headquarters, Abuja. Yeah, it was just so saddening and disheartening that a situation like this would have generated to an issue whereby the convoy of the Deputy Governor and the security attached to the Deputy Governor would have been shot into here when Nigerian students in Ogun State were protesting. The issue started on Monday when the student leadership of the Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, Mapoly, staged a protest at the institution, at the gate, the entrance of the institution, whereby they blocked the entrance, whereby no one who has been inside cannot come out. Why those that want to gain entrance into the institution, like the staff and some of the students, couldn't gain entrance? And why was the protest? Why was it seen? So just because of the institution under distinguished Dr. Belosho, the director of the institution increased the tuition fees, and also they also alleged the management of the institution not to have mobilized them for NYSC.
Comrade, the school fees was increased from what amount to what amount?
It was, according to the report which I got from the National Secretariat, like 70%. 70% of their fees was increased. And we all understood the economy of the country as it is. And even the president of the country, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has even given directives to all heads of institutions in Nigeria not to increase the tuition fees of these institutions, because they don't understand the economy and the situation of the country as it is. So it was just sardonic, and it is happening that at this stage, where Nigeria is, this is especially our economy, institutions can still make use of that to increase the tuition fee. And then many of these our students are people who even thought on the couch for this tuition fee themselves. Some are engaged in some of the businesses, or even some will even work with some all these petty jobs in order to be able to pay their tuition fee.
All right. So this protest was just like you have said, and according to reports we got, which have proved to be right from what you've said, the hike in tuition fees and the delay in mobilizing graduates for the NYSC. Did the
NYSC,
institution
yes.
give a reason for that? Even if they didn't, did they give a reason for the hike? Did they give a reason for not mobilizing graduates for NYSC? And how long have the
The,
graduates stayed after graduating without going for NYSC?
the major reason the management of the institution gave was due to the economy. They told us the amount they spent as per the running cost of the institution is now high due to the rise in petrol, due to the rise in diesel, whereby some activities have also been skyrocketed in the institution. And as per the mobilization, because they delayed the results of some ND students and the HND students, which they also have been mobilized for NYSC. And according to the report, we discovered that even ND students have not gotten their results for the last one session. Likewise, the HND students, which have made it to be delayed by the management of the institution. Though the rector of this institution was just appointed just a few months ago by the governor of the state, the person of the police of Abiodun.
All right. Since that is the situation at this moment, and we've determined that that's what led to the protest, was it a management decision between the students or from NANS? Did NANS know about it before the students hit the street in protest, or was it an on-the-spot thing, say tensions were high and students just decided to hit the streets?
Yeah, in a student struggle, we always understand we have the 3 C's of engagement, 3 C's of Aluka. We have the consultation, the consolidation, before confrontation. According to the report I got from the senior leaders of that polytechnic, I have been told that a series of letters, series of engagements, series of letters have been written to the management of the institution to dialogue on the way forward. But it is just quite unfortunate all the dialogue have not yielded positively. And that was why the leadership of the Student Union of the Mapoly Abdullah Polytechnic take the protest at the gate of the institution on Monday. And on Tuesday, the management released a memo that the management has stopped the student union government of the institution. And they gave the reason. The reason is not perfect. It's just because these student union leaders have graduated since last session. That was last year. And the management said they don't have the right to agitate or to parade themselves as the senior union leaders of the polytechnic. And then when the leadership of NANS, the National Association of the University in the state, in the state council, when they got the report, they have to agitate for the rights of the students, and that was why they took upon themselves to stage the protest, which happened yesterday, Wednesday, in Adelta.
All right. Just before you came on, just before I called you, I spoke to the police PRO of Ogun State, CSP Omolola Odutola, and she confirmed that the students did not know that the deputy governor would be passing by the roads by which they were protesting. And once they realized that that was the convoy of the deputy governor, they decided to approach it, hoping that she would speak to them. But then she did not come out to speak with them. The students are also alleging that the reason why it seemed that they attacked the convoy, the deputy governor was not touched, thankfully, but the police is saying that parts of our vehicles were destroyed, windscreen sides of the vehicles were destroyed by the protesting students. The students are alleging that the security detail fired shots at them. In fact, according to The Punch, speaking with the National Association of Nigerian Students in Ogun State, the chairman of NANS in Ogun State, Francis Adeyanju, he accused the governor's security team of firing shots at the students, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Is that the same report that you also received? Are you with me, comrade? Hello, comrade, are you with me? All right. We seem to have lost connection with Comrade right now, but we'll be trying to give him a call again. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and you're tuned into matters right here on the number one station that gives you a voice. We're talking about the chaotic debacle that happened between protesting students of Moshood Abiola Polytechnic and the convoy of the Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Mrs. Noimot Salako Oyedele. Welcome back, Comrade, and thank you for joining me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So the question I was asking was about the student who said that the deputy governor's security detail fired shots at them, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Now, this is actually coming from the NANS chairman in Ogun State, speaking with the Punch newspapers, Francis Adeoju. But was that what happened? Did the security detail fire shots at the students?
Yeah, the situation is just so pandemic because the deputy governor is a mother to all. And though yesterday was the Remembrance Day for the fallen heroes, and the deputy governor was on our way to the Lamala Para to represent Mr. Governor at that event. And it was on this same route, this same road was where the students were protesting, because they were protesting from the Moshood Abiola Polytechnic down to the governor's office in order to let the governor understand the reason for them to have a stage of such protest. So it was on their way protesting to the governor's office at Tikimosa. So the convoy of the deputy governor was coming while he was going to Alama Laparance. And as students, we understood that as a government official or functionary, our mother should have dignity to just alight from a vehicle and address the protesting students. That would have even softened the mind of our students who were protesting.
So she should have come down to address the students, even though she wasn't aware they were protesting.
Yes, as the deputy governor, as it should be, and that's how it has been even in the time past. The deputy governor should have addressed them and called them to order, and they even receive their demand and present that to the governor whenever they need. But the security operatives who were attached to the convoy of the deputy governor shot into the air in order to disperse the students.
They shot into the air, not at the students.
Yes, because we never had any students, any casualties or any students who got injured. So that was why I said they shot into the air in order to disperse the students. And when security operatives shot into the air, students who come from different backgrounds, who come from different institutions, we would have turned the news. As students, we believe the government are the ones in charge. The government functionaries or the government officials are the ones in charge. So shooting into the air, we sincerely, that's even to guard the actions of the students. Because I think so far the security authorities who shot was attached to the convoy of the deputy governor.
So you believe that the actions of the security detail fueled the students going on a rampage and then trying to hit back at the security detail who had guns and, according to you, shot into the air and not at the students?
Yes, because we have evidences of the bullet with the shot.
You have evidence of the bullet?
Yes, of course.
Okay. When I spoke to the CSP, like I said, just before I called you, she said that there was no evidence that the students were shot at. She talked about seeing a particular video, but that there was no evidence that students were shot at. As the NANS, right? Since you're the one representing the tertiary institutions in Ogun State, have you tried to make any efforts to reach out to the police in Ogun State, the Ogun State Police Command, show them the bullets that you say you have evidence of, so that they can see how the security detail actually acted?
To be candid, even this protest was coordinated by the Department of State Security. The DSS operatives were on ground. The Nigerian Police Force was even informed, and the CP, in his own magnanimity, sent their men to also be with the students in order for...
Was this before or after the issue with the deputy governor's convoy?
before they were together since the inception of the protest.
But the police said they were not aware of these protests and that the students were supposed to get clearance from at least the office of the commissioner or the office of the PRO before embarking on this protest, but they did not.
So who now said police operatives or policemen to the ground of the protest, if not from the Nigerian police force?
That were attached to the students, the ones who were sent to protect students, the ones who were sent to protect students had to be on the deputy governor's side at that moment.
Yes, of course. As number 2,
leaving the students without protection.
And the students, we are harmless. We have no guns, we have no machetes, we have no any objects or any tools that are harmful. So the Justice Sadonic, the deputy governor, would have acted, though I understood that the instruction might not be from her, but the security operators, especially policemen, we all know how they act. They will have acted in that so unlawful manner.
Like so you said. Okay, go ahead, please.
So what the student leadership are expecting from the Madam Deputy Governor is just an apology. We are expecting an apology, even though he might not have known Nigerian student leadership are protesting in the streets or in the route. We were taken down to Alamala yesterday. But we are waiting for apology, even though the media have even turned the story that the students attacked the convoy of the deputy governor. There can never be flames if there is no fire anywhere. So that's our stand and our demand presently.
All right. Now that the situation is this way, it seems that the focus has shifted from what the students were demanding for, which is a reversal in the hike of the school fees, and to have recently graduated students mobilized. It's now shifted to the confrontation between the deputy governor's security detail and the students. Again, I ask, have you made any effort to reach out to the Ogun State Police Command and present them with the evidence that students that they actually released gunfire at that moment, even if it wasn't shot at the student but shot into the air? Because the police is saying there were no shots fired at all.
There are series of evidences. We have the leadership of the NANS in the state. I had a press conference at the gate of the institution in order to let the public and all Nigerians know the situation of things, most especially what happened yesterday in the state. It led to the convoy, that led to the damaged convoy of the deputy governor. Because in the news, as of yesterday, it has gone viral that the Nigerian students or the protesters damaged or attacked the deputy governor, which is just a lie and from the pit of hell. So the leadership of NANS in the state, led by the chairman, had a press conference in order to set the record straight that this was what happened, and to clear the air.
That is with the office of the deputy governor?
Yes, of course.
You've reached out to the office of the deputy governor. Have you been able to speak to the deputy governor herself?
No, we haven't. But there are some government functionaries who are in charge, who have been communicating with the leadership of the students in the state.
Did they understand the students' position, and did they understand and receive your explanation?
Yes, of course. Everybody understood, and they all know the agitations today.
All right. So moving forward, if the institution actually continues on this path and refuses to reverse the hike, is there any end in sight to these protests? And also, I want to ask, the security attached to the students, are they there today to protect the students against hoodlums for today's protest?
Yes, of course. They did all their possible best to make sure the students are secured all the way from the Polytechnic down to that area or thing where the convoy of where they met the convoy of the deputy governor.
Is there any end in sight to these protests without the institution actually giving in to the students' demands, or the students will continue protesting?
Yeah, we will continue to protest until the governor addresses this issue. So that is our demand. But the governor was the one who appointed the management or the rector of the institution. And as such, the rector is one of the employees of the government or of the government in the state. So it is a state institution, a state polytechnic, and as such, the governor is the number one citizen of the state. And I am so much sure the governor is a loving father, a student-friendly governor in the state, and I am so much sure anytime soon he will address the plight of the students and that of the polytechnic.
All right. Moving forward, I would like you to give a message to the management of the institution and to the protesting students.
Yeah, my message is not fast-paced. It's just for the management of Mashood Abiola Polytechnic to take heed and also to do the needful as soon as possible. Because if there are no students, there can never be a rector in that institution. Because the salary of the rector or even the management body are being paid through the tuition fee of these so-called students. So the management of the institution should dialogue with the senior leaders of the institution, call them for a roundtable discussion, and try to way forward. Even though if they have to increase the tuition fee, at least it should be reduced to the nearest minimum. And so the students who are the protesters, as we have been telling them, we have urged them to protest scientifically without disrupting the activities of other road users and whether not to disturb others who are making use or who are even going for their day-to-day activities in the school.
Comrade Uthman, thank you so much for joining me right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Lagos has heard what you have to say, Nigeria, and indeed the world has heard what you have to say. And we do hope that the situation will be resolved very soon in a way and manner that will be acceptable to the students. Thank you so much for talking to us. And have an amazing day. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We give you a voice. And this is just one example of us giving you a voice. When we heard about the situation, we decided to do everything possible to make sure that we hear from the opposing side. Unfortunately, we tried to reach out to officials from the office of the Deputy Governor of Ogun State. But instead, we were able to reach the police PRO who gave us a breakdown of the situation. Now, the police is denying that the security detail attached to the Deputy Governor did not fire shots at the students. Meanwhile, the students are saying that shots were fired at them. That is according to NANS chairman, Ogun State chapter in Mapoly, right? While the NANS clerk at the headquarters representing all the tertiary institutions in Ogun State is saying that the security detail attached to the Deputy Governor fired shots in the air. And they have evidence of this because of the bullets that came out of those guns. So Nigerians, Lagosians, who do you believe? This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Chioma Innocent. It's 20 minutes before 3 p.m. So in 20 minutes, I'll be taking your calls and your messages in this particular issue which we have discussed. Now, I know you might say, but this is not Ogun State. But Ogun State is our neighbor. That's one. Secondly, you have children, you have family members, you have siblings who attend schools in other states. That is just to tell you that whatever happens in any other Nigerian state, it affects you. It affects myself. And that is why we decided to make sure that we give you a voice this afternoon. So call me up 0700 903 903 903. The students alleged that they were shot at. The police said they did not shoot at the students. As a Nigerian, who would you believe? 0700 903 903 903. We're streaming live on YouTube. It's VOP 903 FM. On WhatsApp, it's 0817 175 6338. Call me up. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Good afternoon, Madam Chioma Innocent.
Hi, how are you?
Babalola calling from Magodo.
Welcome, Babalola. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Magodo.
Magodo. All right. Welcome. You are close to Ogun State itself. So let's hear from you.
Yes, ma'am. You see this issue, Nigerian police, they will never accept their wrongdoing. They have never accepted
But wait,
Like that.
the student said that the police shot into the air. So if the police shot into the air to disperse the students, one can say that that is understandable. So if the police did shoot at all, would they not tell you that, oh, they shot but into the air and not at the students? Babalola, are you with me? Oh dear, oh dear. Babalola, are you there? Oh my goodness. You know what? Give me a call back. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. Welcome to Matters. How are you doing? Good afternoon. Turn down the volume of your radio set, please.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, what is your name and location, please?
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel, also known as A.
Where are you calling me from, Emmanuel?
I'm calling for audio from Mejibo.
Okay, great to hear from you. Please go ahead. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, you see, this matter, it lies on the deputy governor. Yes. What he does not take anything for him to come down. I don't know what to take for him. She's supposed to come down from her car and they address those people. Do you know that a little time that he spent with those people can make them go back to their various places?
So the protest may not have continued today?
Yes. Do you know that I remember last time P2B was traveling to somewhere. Then on his way to that place he's going, I think this thing happened last year. So then Lazarus was attacked by some policemen that lead to protest. So on that day, P2B have to come down and use leg and walk to that place the thing they happen and speak to those drivers. Immediately when he speaks to them, they have to move all their vehicles from the road and they start praising him for coming down. So if you say that so-called what so-called come down and address
not
those
so-called,
people,
that's the deputy governor of Ogun State. She's not so-called.
Yes. If you say come down and they address those people, this thing will not lead to this thing, but I don't know why in the fear.
Remember that she was on her way somewhere. It wasn't like she was going to meet the students. She was on her way somewhere, and due to that situation, she couldn't even go.
Even though he has to come down because now those people were in the guide for that place. Now those people were make them there. So he did there for the help of people. So I don't see that as in that man did a lot of mistakes there. So
Thank you so much for your call, Emmanuel. At 0700 903 903 903. Babalola, I would really like to hear from you. So call me up, okay? 0700 903 903 903. I wish we could see our numbers through your system. I would have given you a call myself. 0700 903 903 903. We're streaming live on YouTube, so head on over to YouTube and type into your search bar VOP 903 FM, and you can get to hear from. You can drop your comment, okay? 0700 903 903 903. 16 minutes before 3 p.m. Let me hear from you before the time is up. Welcome to Matters. How you doing? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, what's your name and location? Good afternoon. Turn down the volume on your radio set.
I'm coming from satellite from Lagos.
What's your name?
What they have done is very illegal and very unfair.
What is your name?
And it is so there.
Mr.
Coming from satellite town.
Mr. Adeyemi from satellite. Okay. Adeyemo. I'm sorry. So who are you saying what they did is not good? Is it the security detail? Is it the students? Is it the deputy governor?
She should have come down to address these people. She should have come down to address them. We are all human beings, we are mothers, we are brothers, we are parents. And we should let good example for others to emulate. Our political leaders, may God deliver us in this country. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Adeyemo from Satellite Town, 0700 903 903 903. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon. All right, give me a call back, 0700 903 903 903, 0700 903 903. You've listened to the police PRO of the Ogun State Police Command. You've listened to the NANCS clerk representing all the tertiary institutions in Ogun State. Let's hear from you. Welcome to Matters.
Yeah, hello, Chama. Good afternoon.
Hi, what's your name and location, please?
Yeah, my name is Hugo. I'm calling the Igboreli or Ilojo.
Welcome to the conversation.
Yeah, you see, like what the other man said. You see, what does he say this man to calm down and address these people? Sometimes I don't know. Our leaders, they feel too big in a such a way that there's some certain things they will just come down to address to get things right. They will not. You understand what I'm saying? This life did not say, like what they like. I might see this guy take giving up. People because that thing would have destroyed many things, but people be calm down and they, as soon as they see him, they say, "Hey, my president, my president." Then everything will have to put in shape. It does not take anything for him to do that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your call. It's 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. That is the number to call to be a part of this conversation. We're talking about the confrontation between the security detail of the Deputy Governor of Ogun State and protesting students from Moshood Abiola Polytechnic. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and location, please? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm great. What's your name and location, please?
Okay, my name is Onyeka. I'm coming from Ikoto.
Welcome to the conversation, Onyeka.
Yeah, you see, this country, that's the way we are going. You know, these our so-called politicians, they are not treating us well. Oh. They are not treating us that vote them there well. Look at our the man that like waiting the name self. People be yes, like the other first caller pointed. People be they go somewhere. He feel massive. He don't know what thing they happen. But he has to calm down and try to know what is happening. Is he not a good person? So, waiting in go take this deputy governor to come down from his car and go and take
the deputy governor is a woman.
Yes, waiting in go. If he come down from his car, go there. As in his name go change to deputy governor. I don't know the kind of country where we dey like this.
Wait, so the reason for blaming the deputy governor now be say if to say she come down, the whole shooting and the students spoiling something no go happen.
Nothing will happen. So even the one they are protesting today will not go on. It will promise them that I will talk to governor, I will do the you know how to approach things now. So and the another thing that first person where you interview that first woman. That first woman, I learned that she's not telling us the truth. I must tell you, she's not telling us the truth. Then the second person is the person that tells us everything that happens there. So it's a high time that everybody needs to get up for this Nigeria. Let us fight for our rights. All these people will not continue as in doing us like this. I don't like it. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to be a part of this conversation. This message that just came in, it just weak me. Waiting happen. Make una no vex. Waiting happen. All right, let me take this message. And Dio from Fagba, I just know that this is your handwriting. Afternoon, Chioma. Instead of you to come early, you're rushing the program as if you are drinking hot tea. Please kindly address it. Since the government came into power, they created obnoxious policies. Dio, first of all, no vex. All right. Now, the reason for today's own was because we're really trying so hard to get through to all those people. If you heard me, I kept thanking the police PRO of Ogun State because we reached out to her on short notice. We had been trying to get through. We contacted the deputy governor's office and they kept pushing us to talk to this person, talk to that person. We tried to talk to the commissioner of police for the state. We're doing all of this because we're a voice of the people. I didn't just want to come here and present the facts to you and then you start giving us your own opinion without talking to the people who are involved in this situation. So Dio, I beg, no vex. Okay, thank you so much. We know you love to listen to us, and we love to bring you the program. Okay, so apologies, and tomorrow will be better. Okay, thank you so much. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. Before I finish the program, I'd like to say shout out to Austin. He's our IT guy, and he's been very amazing. All right, thank you so much, Austin. Thank you for all your help. Appreciate you. We'll take a few more calls and then take your messages, and that will be the end of the program. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Hi.
Madam Shoma.
Hi.
I'm the one calling back, Baba Lola.
Baba Lola, thank you so much for calling back.
Yes, ma'am. So, like I was saying before, police, they will never accept their fault, and which is bad. It's not every situation that we oversee law to be carried on a rifle and started shooting at people. Are we animal? This thing keep on repeating itself. I could remember vividly during Fayemi, wife of a former governor of Ekiti State. The same issue happened at Foye, if you remember. That was how they started denying that no, there was nothing like shooting. So, in fact, this country, I don't just understand the system we are operating.
Thank you, Baba Lola.
So, okay, but God will judge everybody at the end of his doing on this earth. That's what I know vividly. Whether you are a president or a governor or whosoever you are, we are equal in the presence of God. That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to you, Baba Lola, and good afternoon. Welcome to Matters. How are you doing? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Samuel from Anapaja.
Welcome, Samuel. Samuel, turn down the volume on your radio set. Turn down the volume on your radio set.
I'm very, very far away from the radio.
Okay.
So, relating to what people are commenting, I don't know why they should not compare or relate what happened to where people did. The deputy governor have his own security detail who advise him what to do. Actually, he is on the field. And if somebody, a security detail is being detailed with somebody, and the person is under the threat, maybe they have lay hand on the vehicle or with one or the other. Everybody knows the situation of Nigeria. Students protesting, you don't know what they have in the pocket. You expect a woman to come down. Yeah, it's not ideal like that. The people commenting saying it's bad, it's do this, they should consider that the situation in Nigeria now, if somebody can come down in the midst of a youth who don't know what they have in their pocket, whether some have a dangerous weapon, and somebody may be under influence of a drug or the other, and harm the deputy governor. So, I don't know.
So you're saying you understand why she refused to come down to address the students? Hello, are you there? All right then, 0700 903 903 903. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon. Hi, what's your name and location, please?
Yeah, my name is...
Hello, are you there? Hello? All right, thank you for holding on. Good afternoon. I'm sorry. Thank you for holding on. Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Chukuma from Ilasa.
Welcome to Conversation. You're my last caller for the day.
Yes, the deputy governor, you could have told the police to go and call the leader of that thing, because they are not protesting for the outside, they're protesting for the student, for the school. If you can't come down, she can't come down, she will tell the police people. The police will not, instead of shooting on the air, they are not quarreling with you. You're supposed to go there and call the leader. Come, deputy governor is calling you. Then the leader will lead deputy governor to address them. See, look, our leaders, in fact, they are too high. That's what is happening. When someone will do, look at this, they just do something anyhow. Can't you reason at all? You are going somewhere, you make such a thing. Peter B met it at Kogi. He has to walk a long distance to talk the trailer driver. I followed that news. And the minute the trailer driver saw Peter B, she bowed. And that's how Peter B settled that thing. For God's sake, deputy governor could have, even if you don't want to come down, tell the police, go and, why is it that police have to shoot gun up? Why? Nah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your call. All right, I'll be taking your comments on YouTube. Okay, Kenneth Okafo says, may God Almighty protect you all. Nigeria is no more. Everybody need to be careful. Some things about to happen. God bless you all. Thanks. Gabi Onyagoro. Hello, Chioma. Good afternoon. How are you? I'm great. You're looking good. Thank you. Mommy Ogun State would have come down and addressed the students. Mommy Chidera testing from Ejigbo. Thank you, Mommy Chidera, for watching the program on YouTube. Okay, appreciate you. Good afternoon, Chioma. The Nigerian police force are usually not professional in their discharge of duties. I remember this similar scenario happened in Federal University of Agriculture at Belkuta around 2016. They shot a student. They debunked it that there was no live ammunition that was fired when I heard gunshot. Same with the NSAS protest. They are fond of doing this over and over again. May God help us in this country. Engineer, is this Jose Maria from Egbeda, Lagos? Good afternoon, Chairman Innocent. What baffled me on this matter is that the security details to the student for the protest disappeared away from the student and joined their colleagues to attach the deputy governor of Ogun State. That's just too bad. This is why I always say our security officers lack experience. Things like this will never happen abroad. Secondly, the deputy governor, being a mother, should have come down from her vehicle to address the student. She's supposed to put down her ego and do the needful, forgetting that she was once a student. Moreover, what if such treatment is measured to her own kids or children in their respective schools rather? How will she feel? This is bad. Mr. Ogumbi from Idimo. My sister, believe Nigerian police at your own risk. Sheyi Cuts from Itire. All right. This person says VOP. Okay. Thank you for your message. Good afternoon, Chioma. She said there was no gunshot fire. Please, was she there? Joseph from Ejigbo. That's the police PRO, and the people, of course, the security detail would report to her. They'll tell her what happened, so she doesn't have to be there to know what happened and to let us know. Okay. I doubt if the government in question ever believed in seeking help from any other source. Olushoga Ajayi from Odunlai Koridu. Thank you for your message. Good afternoon, Chioma Innocent. Solomon Asika from Mushin. It doesn't cost deputy governor to come down and speak to the students. Assuming she did so, the situation must have died down by now. Good afternoon, Chioma. Let's look. Nobody knows the manner the students approached the deputy governor, Vincent from Mushin. I love the dissenting views on this. I really love that everyone is seeing this from a different angle and everyone is not saying the same thing. Some are saying the deputy governor should have come down. Others are saying that you don't know the manner with the way and manner the students approached her, while others are saying something else. And it's so lovely, and that's why we're Voice of the People. That's why we come here to give you a voice. That's why we're talking about these issues, to make sure that we hear from you. For me, the security protecting the students would have shot back at security of deputy governor. That's the best way to solve the situation. This is the worst thing to have, and I'm glad they did not do that. This is the worst thing they could have ever done. So you want the security details, DSS and police guarding the students from hoodlums to now shoot at their own colleagues that are the security detail of the deputy governor. That would have been a recipe for outright chaos. And I'm glad that did not happen, and there was no way that would have happened. Finally, yes, that's it. I can't take any more messages. Okay, thank you so much for joining me on the show today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much to the police PRO of the Ogun State Police Command, CSP Omolola Odutola, for talking to us on short notice. Thank you so much to Comrade Uthman, the Nance clerk representing all tertiary institutions in Ogun State. Thank you so much to you for tuning in, and a really big shout out to our general manager right here at Voice of People 90.3 FM, Mr. Shegun Bailey at Deniji. Honestly, Dayo is complaining that we did not start on time. The reason is because the run around no be for year. The run around no be here. We were really trying. He's been making calls since morning. We've been at this since 10 a.m. before we were able to get all of these people. And that's why we're Voice of the People. We do everything that we can to give you a voice. Fun House Time with MC Chooks and Walkie Talkie comes up shortly. Follow us across all social media platforms at VOP 903 FM. Have an amazing afternoon and stay tuned to Voice of the People 90.3 FM.